I didn't think you'd come over.
I said I would, didn't I?
You said a lot of things.
Gabrielle, if you're going to start in on my wife again...
No, I've got many more important things to discuss. Have you seen this? Interesting headline, don't you think?
Shocking news.
Shocking news to everyone in Lambview. But you, Michael. All right, the truth. You're responsible for Viki being up on that mountain, so what have you done with her?
Keep looking. Viki! Viki. Let me explain.
No, Michael, don't try your fancy footwork with me. This title tells me everything I need to know. Viki is lost in a snowstorm on top of Lantano Mountain, and I know somehow you're responsible.
All right, it is old news. I knew about it yesterday.
Is that supposed to reassure me? I was at your house yesterday. Why didn't you tell me then?
Because we didn't have total privacy. What if Alicia or Coco had walked in on us?
All right, fine. Well, your wife and your niece aren't in my closet, so you can start talking now. All right? What happened when Viki got to the cabin?
Okay. She had some unexpected visitors.
Unexpected to Viki? And you? Who else was in there besides Leo?
You remember Lysander Clare?
The magician?
Yes. The great Lysander was in my employ, as you remember, and he came up to finish a little job for me, along with a man named Arthur Gorman, who has a striking resemblance to Victor Lord.
Hang on a minute. Leo lured Viki up to the cabin, and when she got there, Lysander and this Victor lookalike were waiting for her. What for?
Who have we always believed held the key to finding Eterna?
Nikki Smith, but I still don't You wanted Viki there to turn her into Nikki.
I had no choice. There was every chance that the plan would succeed. Once Leo did his job and Viki arrived, Lysander and Arthur took her away from the cabin to an isolated cave in the woods.
In the middle of a snowstorm?
The weather seemed inconsequential. Anyway, we couldn't wait for the storm to pass. We had to act quickly.
We? Don't tell me you were there, too.
Would you let me finish? Lysander hypnotized Viki. Then he and this Victor lookalike tried to take her back to the time when Nikki Smith was born, at the moment that Eterna was destroyed.
Wait a minute, there's a missing link here. From what you told me, Viki and her father weren't the only ones involved back then. There was her young lover, the boy from Eterna.
Now you know where I came in.
Oh, don't tell me you pretended to be Viki's lover.
Look, we tried to recreate the sequence of events leading up to the destruction of Eterna and the death of Viki's young lover, bringing forth, hopefully, Nikki Smith.
The next thing you're going to tell me is that you blew up Lantano Mountain.
Not really, but we did set off quite an explosion.
Oh, Michael. Did it work?
It would have if Viki had really been hypnotized, but we discovered too late that she had been faking it all along. And then before we knew what was happening, she breaks away and runs off.
In the middle of a snowstorm. Well, didn't you go after her?
I sent Arthur to catch her and bring her back, but she knows the mountain so well she was able to avoid him.
Michael, I knew you were ruthless, but I didn't think you'd go this far, not to leave her out there. You should have sent a search party after her. No amount of gold in Eterna is worth Viki's life. She spent the whole night there in freezing weather. How could she possibly have survived?
What do you want me to do? If I had it to do over again, I would do it differently.
Well, it's not good enough. If she dies, it'll be your fault, and you will not only be guilty of being greedy, but you'll be guilty of cold-blooded murder.
Viki. Viki. It's Roger Gordon. Can you hear me? Oh, God, you're ice cold. Thank goodness you're alive. Say, we don't have much time. Victoria, I swear to you, you're going to be all right.
Not be murder, it was an accident.
You call it what you want, but if Viki dies, it'll be your fault, and we both know what the police will call it. My God. Michael, if she dies, then I will be an accessory. I didn't realize till now. You got me to help you get Viki up to the cabin. And if they find her body and retrace her steps, they'll come after me. Oh,
Stop it, Gabrielle.
Michael, I'll go to prison. What about Al? What about my son? What about our life together? All because of you and your greed.
Stop it, Gabrielle. This is not going to do anyone any good. Not you, not Viki, not your son.
The only thing that'll do any good is to find Viki.
Her family owns the damned mountain. She probably knows it like she knows her backyard. I will bet you that she has already found shelter.
What if you're wrong?
I want Viki to survive this as much as you do, Gabrielle. Believe me, and she will. Somehow. I know that she will.
Let's get these wet clothes off of you. Victoria, if you can hear me, you're suffering from hypothermia. I have to take your wet clothes off and try and warm you up gradually. If I try to reverse your body temperature too quickly, it could cause great shock to you. Okay, I'm gonna put you in that bag. Okay, there. Now if we can just find the right mixture of warm. Oh no, I can't let you stay this cold. I'm sorry, Viki, but there's no other way. It has to be done, Victoria. Once in Alaska, this saved my life. I just hope I'm in time to save yours. I'm going to take care of you now. Trust me. Trust me, Victoria. Okay. I won't let anything happen to you.
You'll never guess how I feel.
Happy?
Happy and safe. As if no one could ever harm us.
No one can. No one ever will.
Glenn.
No. Stay close to me, Viki. Feel the warmth between our bodies. Let it bring you back. It has to bring you back.
Clint. Guard, any sign? No, Clint, I tell you, I'm using every tracking technique I learned back in Texas. I just never learned how to deal with snow.
No, if only it hadn't snowed all night. Even if Viki did come through here, we wouldn't be able to find any tracks. We'd never find any tracks.
Clint, you gotta stop thinking like that. You gotta keep hoping for the best. We're gonna find her. Now.
Well, I keep telling myself that, but you know, if she had to spend the whole night up here on this mountain exposed to this weather, what's that? Something or somebody has been up here not too long ago.
It looks like somebody's been lying here in the snow, and there are footprints all over the place.
Yeah. But you know, the tracks coming in aren't as deep as the tracks going away.
Like maybe he was carrying someone on the way out. Maybe Roger found her.
I hope to God you're right. Look, I'm going to go to the cabin. Can you find your way back to the rescue team?
I'd like to see somebody try to stop me.
All right. And listen, tell them to hurry. Okay, every second counts, Ford.
Okay, you're up back.
Mrs. Grant, I have good news and bad news for you. The good news is that you are in excellent health. The bad news is you won't be playing tennis this spring. You're going to have a baby.
Dr. Wilk, that is the best bad news I've ever had.
All right. Well, as a matter of fact, mother and child are doing fine. Would you like me to call your niece?
Oh, well, no. In just a minute. First of all, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to see me. I understand that you don't maintain a private practice anymore.
No, that's true. Most of my work is with the emergency services here at the hospital, although I do still keep a small circle of patients.
Well, I certainly hope you'll consider the Grand family a part of that circle from now on.
Are you planning to stay in Landview?
Well, I'm sure I'll be here at least until the baby's born. Hopefully for a long time after that.
Wow, it's a far cry from Paris.
All the better. No, I've known for quite some time that my husband's become very attached to Landview, and now that I'm here, it's very easy to see why. It seems like the perfect sort of place to raise a family.
Well, we're delighted to have the Grand family here.
Good. But if we are going to be here for a while, I would much prefer to use our first names, if you don't mind. Sure. Mine's Alicia.
Alicia, I'm Larry. And inasmuch as you're going to be a resident of our fair town, I think I should recommend an obstetrician for you. We have several here at the hospital. Excuse me. Yes?
Larry, I thought you were going to take a... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even...
That's quite all right. We're done here. As a matter of fact, I'd like you to meet Alicia Grand, Brenda McGillis.
It's very nice to meet you, Brenda.
Mrs. Grant,
I think...
I'll leave these here with you, and I'll come back a little later.
just a minute. I just wanted to say that you and Alicia have something in common.
Are you expecting two? Congratulations.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Inasmuch as she's going to be here in Landview, I think we ought to recommend a good obstetrician. What do you think about Dr. Spencer?
Spencer's the best, and he's on staff here.
Well, thank you. That's very good to know. Tell me, does Dr. Spencer recommend natural childbirth?
Yeah, pretty much. He doesn't have a big thing about it, though. Whatever's best for mother and child.
Well, I'm sure Michael and I will want to experience everything, right up to the big moment. Does your husband feel the same way?
Alicia...
My husband's dead, Mrs. Grand. But I am going to go through natural childbirth, yes.
Oh, Brenda, I'm sorry. I had no idea.
You couldn't have known.
Well, I guess I better get going. I want to tell my niece that I passed inspection. Thanks again, Larry. I'll get Dr. Spencer's number at the nurse's station.
Fine. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
I better be going.
Oh, wait a minute. What was that all about? You practically shot daggers at that woman. Was it because she made a comment about Steve, or was it something else?
Are you feeling better?
A little. But even you can't make everything all right. Even if Viki is fine, she's bound to tell the police everything. And then they're going to come after you and your men with handcuffs, and then they're going to come after me.
Oh, you are getting upset again, Gabrielle, and again for no good reason. I have told you. Arthur and Lysander have gone into hiding, and Leo has done the world a favor and disappeared. There was no one left for Viki to identify.
How can you say that? You were up there in the mountain cabin as well. What is to stop Viki from pointing a finger at you?
I wasn't myself. The brief time that Viki saw me, I was disguised as her young lover from Eterna, complete with mask.
Are you positive she didn't recognize you?
Yes, I am positive. I am trying to tell you she will have passed through a terrible ordeal, but she won't be able to connect it to me in any way.
She won't be able to connect it with you because we're going to throw this into the fireplace. You going to help me do this?
No, I'm not, because we're not going to throw it into the fireplace.
Michael, you cannot be found with this in your possession.
I agree. That's why I want you to keep it for me.
Oh, is that your solution? Have me found with the incriminating evidence?
No one will find it if you are careful.
No one will find it because we are going to burn it. Michael, it is madness to keep this. It's Viki's link to you.
It is a valuable prop also, and it may prove useful again.
There's Al.
I can wait. I don't remember that tear there. That's where the Eterna pin was.
Let me see.
Oh, Viki, please, still, Viki. Come away, Viki.
Let me go.
What if Viki has that pin?
You warmer now? I'm sorry I had to do it like this, Victoria. But there was no other way.
Brent, is that you?
It's Roger. Roger Gordon. You're coming around now, Victoria. That's all that matters.
No. I know you. Don't hurt me.
No. I would never hurt you. Just relax, Victoria. Stay calm. And warm. You relax. No one and nothing will ever hurt you again. Where did you get this pen? Victoria, can you hear me? Where did you find this? How is she?
Warmer and drier.
Well, that fire will help.
Yeah, we got to get her off the mountain and to a hospital. I just wish Court would hurry up with that rescue team.
He'll be along soon. She's gonna be all right, Clint. Clint, I want you to understand.
You already explained it, Roger.
Yeah, I know, but you must have been quite a shock to come in and see me in the bedroll with your wife.
You kept her warm the best way you knew how.
Well, I just was afraid to rush the warming up process. I was afraid it would send her into shock.
I said it's all right. I'm very grateful that you found her.
Well, I was just afraid we would come across her when it's too late.
I was afraid of the same thing. There is one question that does keep going through my mind, though.
What's that?
Well, I know what kept me going last night, searching for, was she's my wife, you know. I love her. And no storm, nobody, and nothing was going to keep me from looking for her. But what was it that kept you searching?
No, you can't do that.
Sweetheart, that's all right.
You can't do that.
That's all right.
No.
Okay.
Get away from all of you. I won't let you turn me into Nikki Smith.
She's delirious.
Yes, I know. What she's saying does make some kind of sense. Whoever had her here must have been trying to...
Wait, don't let them hurt me.
No, nobody's going to hurt you. Honey, you're safe. You're safe, sweetheart. You just stay calm. Nobody's going to hurt you.
I'm going to go outside and wait
to get some rest and stay warm.
I'm going to go outside and wait for Court.
Okay.
You're right. We have to get her off this mountain. The sooner the better.
Oh, this way. Hey, Roger, how you doing? Is Viki all right?
She will be once we get her to a hospital.
I'll radio for the snowmobile, Mr. Roberts. Yeah, just make it fast. How'd you do it? Did you find her?
Yes.
You know, we found her, Court. We saved her life.
Al went back to sleep. Michael, what's wrong?
Apparently asking you a favor is just too much.
Oh, not the costume again. It's more than a favor. You're asking me to hide some incriminating evidence that could send us both to jail.
Will you please think this through clearly? If Viki can't incriminate me, how is she possibly going to send the police looking for you?
I still don't think there's any reason to take any chances.
I've taken plenty of chances. All I'm asking of you is that you hide this thing somewhere out of the way. Now, can't you do that for me, There's a fortune in gold, Gabrielle. Buried in Eterna. With a little more patience and some hard work, it's gonna be all ours.
If the police don't stop us first.
There's nothing to lead them to us. We are home free. Now do this for me, and then we'll be able to share that gold.
All I have to do is hide that uniform.
That's right.
All right. I'm in this far. I don't suppose another favor will do any harm.
I knew I could count on you, darling.
Don't you call me darling. You saved that one for your wife.
May I remind you that Alicia came to land you uninvited by me?
The fact that she's here doesn't bother me. The way you act around her does. Alicia, darling, I missed you, darling. I love you, darling. What happened to your marriage of convenience?
It is what it has always been.
Well, then why doesn't she get inconvenienced when I come to see you? If she means so little to you, Michael, why is it that I get treated like the employee and she has you day and night?
I have not seen Alicia for quite some time, and now that she has arrived in Landview, I am not going to ignore her. I have to keep up appearances, at least for the time being.
And just how far are you willing to go to keep up these appearances?
What is that supposed to mean?
You know damn well what it means. When I left your house last night, did you sleep with her?
You are getting upset over nothing.
That is no answer.
I am sorry, Gabrielle, but I am late for a breakfast meeting at the Waterside. We will continue this later.
Michael, I will not be used.
Gabrielle, you are not being used. We are partners, first, last, and always. Now just keep thinking about that gold, because that's all that really matters, isn't it?
Is your breakfast meeting with Alicia?
You know, you stand to become a very wealthy woman. Don't blow it by playing the jealous mistress.
You away.
Oh, leave me.
No. You're just going to take a little ride on a snowmobile. We're going to get you back to Landview and get you strong and healthy again, honey.
Clint.
Okay.
Let's go.
We're going to get you on the snowmobile and get you started down the mountain, honey. Okay?
Clint, I'm gonna get this in. Could you get the door, please?
Yeah, right. Sounds great.
Got it. Just watch her out the door here.
Okay, I'll stay here and make sure the fire's on.
I wasn't cool, Larry. I wasn't anything.
Exactly. What's going on, Brenda?
I don't know what you wanted me to do. Was I supposed to run over to her and throw my arms around her and give her a big kiss and tell her to welcome to Landview, Larry?
No, of course not. All right, so you're mad. That's okay. Get angry. She made an innocent comment about Stephen. It opened up some wounds, and that's all right. I can understand.
It is not what she said. It's who she is, Mrs. Michael Grand.
You never even met her until just now.
Yeah, but I know her husband. Larry, it was Michael Grand who tricked Steve into working for him. It's Michael Grand who put a wedge between Steve and Max. It is Michael Grand who yanked that hotel out from under Max's feet. Now, what am I supposed to do? Just forget that ever happened?
Of course not. I just don't think it's fair to blame Alicia for her husband's sins.
Well, you know what? I don't care what's fair and what's not. I will never forgive that man.
Right. Try not to come down so hard on her, though. I mean, she seemed like a very nice, gentle person.
Appearances can be very deceiving. Do you remember when Michael Grand blew into town? Everybody thought what a prince he was. Well, it turned out to be a little different, didn't it?
Okay. All I'm saying is don't judge her until you know her better.
I know everything I need to know about Mrs. Grand. She was born with a silver spoon sticking in her mouth, and she's going to pass that on to her baby. And it doesn't matter if that baby is cuter or smarter or brighter than any other child, but it will have an easier life, that's for sure.
If I didn't know you better, I'd say you're just feeling a little bit envious.
No. I am feeling very envious. And not for me, Larry, but for this baby. What in the world am I going to give my baby on a nurse's salary? Can you tell me that?
Your child, boy or girl, is going to be real happy just to be yours.
Larry, that is a lovely sentiment. But really, what am I going to do when my child hits the playground or the schoolyard? You know how rich the people are in this town. What am I going to say when my little boy or my little girl comes home and wants some of the things that some of the other kids have? What am I going to say? I'm sorry, babe, but you know, there's rent and there's food and I've got the car loan to pay off, so sorry, no summer camp and no fancy clothes for you and no ski trip.
Hey, come on.
No car.
Come on.
No, don't tell me that it's not important, Larry.
Hey.
You know it is.
Your child is going to have more love and affection from you than most kids would have from two parents, and that's what's important.
Sorry, sorry, darling. I'm late.
Hi. Oh, that's perfectly all right. I was using the time very wisely.
Hitting the milk already, I see. Does that mean that Dr. Weller gave you a clean bill of health?
Yes, he did, for me and the baby.
Could you bring me a cup of coffee, please? Just for one, Mrs. Grand, we'll stick to the hard stuff.
You know, you maybe think I'm jumping the gun just a little bit, but I've been sitting here compiling a list of names for the baby. What do you think?
Well, those are good, but actually, I am partial to Teddy.
Teddy?
Mm-hmm. That's what you call a bear, isn't it?
Oh, Michael. It's the baby's very first toy.
No, it's for you. I was going to get you another diamond necklace, yes, but I was passing a window and I could not resist this little guy.
Oh.
So, all yours, Mrs. Grant.
Thank you. And it's very nice to meet you, Teddy, but if it's all the same to Mr. Grant, I think I'm going to share you with our baby.
Well, he is yours.
No, Michael. He's ours. Just like the baby. Do you know how long I've dreamed of sharing moments like this with you? We're finally going to have the family we've always wanted, that I've always wanted to give you. They say babies bring you luck, and it's true. Our lives have been so full of love and happiness, and now we're going to have even more.
And I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your breakfast meeting.
I thought we finished our business this morning, Gabrielle.
Michael, if you need to discuss the hotel with Ms. Medina, I'd be more than happy
We do not. Call me later.
If only I could. Unfortunately, this news just can't wait. I just heard on the radio that Viki Buchanan has been found. I thought you'd want to know right away.
You thought right. That's great news.
Yes, isn't it?
Viki Buchanan. Yes, I read about her disappearance in the Banner. I didn't realize that you were close friends.
We're not, but I know her father-in-law, Asa, quite well.
Mrs. Grand, is that the latest rage in Paris?
Oh, Teddy. No, Teddy is a gift from Michael.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Gabrielle. Don't let us keep you.
You're not? Aren't you lucky to have such a fun-loving husband? It's a very unusual birthday present.
Birthday? Well, actually, I guess we are celebrating a birthday of sorts,
Alicia,
aren't we, darling?
Well, I think
You're one of the very
maybe we
first people to know, Gabrielle.
Alicia?
Michael and I are expecting our first child.
Congratulations. I hope you'll be very happy. All three of you.
All right, they're on their way down the mountain. I'm going to meet them at the hospital.
Well, my Jeep's not far. I can give you a lift.
Oh, thanks anyway, Roger. You've done more than your share already. Besides, I'm going to meet Cord. He's waiting for me. I just wanted to say...
Look, no more thank yous. I was just glad to be able to help.
Okay, if that's the way you want it. Actually, what I was going to say is more of a question than a statement. When you found Viki, did she say anything that might give us an idea as to who was involved in trapping her up here?
No.
Damn. Well, maybe she'll feel more like talking when she's had some rest. You know, you heard her babbling about Nikki Smith. It was almost as if somebody was trying to get Nikki Smith back up out of Viki's subconscious. But who would want to do something like that, and why?
Well, Clint, in the condition she was in, she might have been hallucinating.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you'll just have to wait until she's able to talk.
It seems that way, doesn't it? It just seems that there should have been some kind of clue, some sort of lead. Roger, when you found her...
You know, my only thought was just to get back here to the cabin as quickly as possible.
I can understand that, yeah. Oh, there's Cord. I gotta go. Now, listen, whether you want to hear it or not, I'm indebted to you. We all are.
Eterna. This can only mean one thing. Someone is looking for the lost city under this mountain.